looking at data as a service, I think it's important to remember that we can provide both centralized and decentralized analytics all in one place and support multiple types of users in parallel. We really want to help our customers drive agile BI development and crowdsourced analytics. So picking up where we left off in the previous demo, let's go ahead and look at our model. We can see I have customers, products, and orders, but I'd like to get some more information. So what I'm going to do here is actually leverage part of our virtual networking. I'm going to connect to a trusted and shared data connection and bring in data from the Infor data lake. In this example, I'm browsing for some employee sales rep information. I'm going to go ahead and bring it in. And again, this is one of the ways that we can provide data as a service through trusted and secure data connections that can be used to modify and extend our own data models. Another way we can provide data as a service is by leveraging our networks. With our networking capability, users can subscribe to already completed data models based on their security and access and incorporate them into their existing data models as well. So here I want to bring in information about suppliers. I search for the network for the supplier information that I have access to, and now I can bring this into my model. Now that we've added our supplier data and our employee data, let's go ahead and quickly prepare the employee data that we just brought in from the data lake. Now what's important here is how quickly and how iterative we can extend and bring in data from other trusted sources into our existing models. So here I wanted to do some data cleanup. I want to figure out the average length of service of my employees to calculate that tenure. So now I have the difference between when they started and today on the year. I also want to create a sales rep column. So I'm going to go ahead and choose to combine the first name and the last name together. And now we'll do some quick renaming. Call this our length of service, and we'll call this our sales rep name. Go ahead and click apply. Awesome. So now that we have this nice preview of our data, we'll make some finishing edits here. We'll change some data types and remove columns that we don't need. I think it's important to revisit this capability again just because of how quickly and easily we make it to ingest and transform data to extend and modify your existing data models. I'm going to go ahead and publish, and now we're going to push these changes that we just made from the employee file from the data lake into our data model. Awesome. Now we can translate over into our relate, and I want to start joining this information to my data model. So here we brought in the employee ID, so we can look at sales rep and orders, and let's look at our supplier on our supplier ID to look at our supplier and product information. Let's go ahead and visualize this. So now jumping into the visualization capability, I can now start searching for the calculations that I've derived. I can look for the sales rep that I just created and start building a dynamic report showing me the top revenue by sales rep. Let's sort this descending. And now let's break this down by, let's say, product category. So we'll bring in the category name. And now I think it'd be good to then understand within each products and category in these revenue amounts, let's bring in some of that supplier information that we just added. So let's go ahead and we'll look at the supplier name, and we'll trellis this out so we can see performance by rep, by supplier name, by major product category. So this is just a really quick example of how data as a service can be leveraged within our networked analytics framework and can assist users in their everyday activities from an administrative role, either supplying trusted and curated data sets, or providing access to existing models for people to augment their own ad hoc analysis and bring in data from other parts of the organization. So jumping back here to the home screen, another big piece of our data as a service is our ability to surface up any of the dashboard reports and content that's been created as part of the single user experience here. So here we have pre-built analytics for our Cloud Suite application that we now want to deliver as part of a homepage. And so this is paramount in leading with analytics as a service, because now purpose-built reports, dashboards, and content can be shared to key stakeholders easily and provided in a very unified and seamless way.